OBUHO is responsible for an Uber or Lyft accident in Virginia. When you step into an Uber or Lyft and a crash occurs, determining who is legally responsible can be far more complicated than a typical car accident. Under Virginia law, responsibility depends on who caused the collision, what the rideshare driver was doing in the app at the moment of impact, and which insurance policies are available to cover the loss. Virginia classifies Uber and Lyft as transportation network companies, governed by Title 46.2, Chapter 20 of the Code of Virginia, which sets distinct rules separate from ordinary carpool or vanpool arrangements. The driver's app status at the time of the crash is the key factor that determines which insurance coverage tier applies. And Virginia law recognizes three distinct stages. When the app is completely off, no TNC coverage applies, and only the driver's personal policy may respond to the claim. When the driver is logged into the app but has not yet accepted a ride, Virginia law requires minimum liability coverage of at least $50,000 per person, $100,000 per incident, and $25,000 for property damage. Once a driver accepts a prearranged ride request and continues through the completion of that ride, the coverage requirement rises dramatically to at least $1 million in liability protection. Virginia Code Section 46.2, 2099.52 also gives injured people and their attorney the right to formally request app status and insurance information from the rideshare company within 30 days of a written request that includes the crash date, time, location, and driver's name. Whether the rideshare driver is considered an employee or an independent contractor can also affect whether the rideshare company itself bears any responsibility. And Virginia courts weigh four specific factors, with the power to control the driver's work being the most decisive. When a third-party driver, not the rideshare driver, causes the crash, that at-fault driver's insurance is typically the primary source of recovery for passengers, pedestrians, and other motorists involved. If that at-fault driver is uninsured or underinsured, TNC uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage may still be available to qualifying rideshare passengers or drivers under the applicable policy. Fishwick & Associates plc represents people injured in rideshare collisions throughout the Roanoke area and across Virginia, and lawyer John P. Fishwick Jr. can review the crash, identify applicable insurance coverage, and help pursue the compensation you deserve. John previously served as the United States Attorney for the Western District of Virginia, has been recognized in the Best Lawyers in America, and is listed among Virginia's legal elite, bringing decades of serious litigation experience to every case. As an attorney dedicated to injured individuals and families across the Commonwealth, John P. Fishwick Jr. can prepare the written insurance request, evaluate which coverage period applied, and guide your claim from the very first step. Contact Fishwick & Associates plc, located at 30 Franklin RD SWC 700, Roanoke, Virginia 24011, United States, by calling 540-345-5890 to schedule your appointment with a law firm that fights for injured Virginians every day.